For many tourists seeking something different from the typical European tour route, the Czech Republic has emerged as a top choice. Here are the 7 best places to visit in the Czech Republic. Number 7. Moravian Karst. Located north of Brno in a naturally protected area of the Czech Republic lies this geologic phenomenon. This is an enormous network of thousands of square kilometers of subterranean limestone gorges and caves. Highlights of the area include the Makocha Abyss, a chasm that is 138 meters, 453 feet, deep and was created when one of the subterranean cavern ceilings collapsed. Moravian Karst offers hiking trails and biking trails that are clearly designated for exploration in addition to caverns. Mineral deposits that produce unusual shapes, such as icicle-like stalactites hanging from the ceiling and stalagmites rising from the ground, are abundant in caves. The most economical way to travel from Prague to Moravian Karst is by rail, which takes 2 hours and 46 minutes and costs between 750 and 1,500 Czech koruny. An alternative is the bus, which takes 3 hours and 18 minutes and costs 800 Czech koruny to 100 Czech koruny. You can travel to Moravian Karst by car from Prague. It is 228 kilometers by car from Prague to Moravian Karst. Number 6. Litomyšl. This eastern village was situated along the Tristanis Path, a major trade route that connected Bohemia and Moravia. The town's most famous structure, a castle in the Renaissance style, was constructed in the latter half of the 16th century. Notable classical music composer Bedřich Smetana was born at this palace. The Portmonium, which was once the residence of art enthusiast Joseph Portman, is another must-see attraction in the community. It is an immersive ode to graphic art that covers the walls, floors, ceilings, and furnishings. The Litomyšl Information Center was founded as a private information center in June 1993. It has been a part of the Czech Republic's Association of Tourist Information Centers since 1995. It is situated near the Plague Column and number 72, just on the Smetana Square. It also has a branch in the Castle Information Center at Castle Hill during the busiest travel season. Number 5. Castle Karlštejn. The Roman Emperor Charles IV resided in this Gothic castle from the 14th century. About 30 kilometers, 18 miles, from Prague, it's a great day excursion for visitors staying in at various times. The castle has been a royal residence, a warehouse for treasure, and a fortification during wartime. 3 terraced floors, each denoting a distinct importance level, make up the building's design. The portions are referred to as the Marian Tower, the Big Tower, and the Imperial Palace, in order of highest to lowest. The Empress was to live in the Marian Tower, while the knights and the Emperor occupied the Imperial Palace. 5 minutes before the castle's opening hours, the ticket office opens. The ticket office and website hradkarlštejn.cz have information about the start of the tours as well as further details. There are no tours offered without a guide. The castle management determines the intervals of time between tours. Number 4. Karlovy Vary. For hundreds of years, people have thought that the therapeutic waters in this village of hot springs can cure anything from brain tumors to digestive issues. The waters were developed into a sizable spa area, similar to many other hot spring districts. In this instance, Charles IV ordered the metamorphosis to occur in the 13th century. Because baths were once frequented by nobility, their architecture has always been lavish. But the majority of the structures that were there before Karlovy Vary's peak in the 18th and 19th centuries have been destroyed by a string of natural calamities. Even after more than 6 centuries, the town remains magnificent and charming, and the spa continues to operate, offering miraculous healings for a wide range of illnesses. Like the majority of the Czech Republic, Karlovy Vary is thought to be reasonably safe for tourists. Although they do happen occasionally, small-time crimes like stealing and pickpocketing are uncommon. Number 3. Český Krumlov. In the Krumlov region sits Český Krumlov, a town with a sizable Bohemian castle. When it was established in the latter half of the 13th century, the area was ideal for construction because it was next to the Vltava River's natural crossing. The buildings have been carefully preserved and refurbished, and the town's appearance hasn't altered much since the 18th century. The charming castle city retains its appearance and atmosphere of a medieval town. Beautiful and distinctive are the crooked cobblestone streets and the vibrantly colored stucco facades of Český Krumlov. There are tons of unique stores, delicious food, and classic charm to be found on the streets. You can take a guided tour of the castle or just stroll around for free. You may see the most opulent apartments, the gilded coach, and the masquerade hall by taking Route 1. By bus is the most convenient way to go from Prague to Český Krumlov. A round-way ticket costs about €20, and the trip takes somewhat less than 3 hours. The two largest bus companies in the Czech Republic are Flixbus and RegioJet. Number 2, Brno. Though it doesn't receive much attention, Brno, the second largest city in the Czech Republic, has a plethora of interesting activities provided you know where to look. Even though Brno lacks Prague's enormous museum selection, the city nevertheless has some interesting things to offer. Visit the Brno City Museum within Spilberk Castle, take a tour of the 10Z nuclear shelter underground, or stop by the Museum of Romani Culture. In addition, Brno is the location of the second largest ossuary in Europe and the well-known labyrinth under vegetable market network of dungeons and tunnels beneath the city. Brno's bustling cafe culture and several outdoor markets make it an ideal destination for food exploration. A day trip to Moravian Karst, a breathtaking karst region with over 1,000 caverns and gorges, is an option for those seeking more adventure. The city has affordable prices that are on par with those of a typical vacation spot. In general, lodging, dining, and sightseeing fall within standard budgets. Number 1, Prague. Prague, one of the most exquisite towns in Europe, was established in the 9th century and has played a significant role in Central European politics, culture, and the economy throughout the ages as the home of Holy Roman Emperors. Following World War I, the city became the capital of Czechoslovakia and played significant roles in both the Protestant Reformation and the 30 Years' War. After the breakup of Czechoslovakia in 1993, when the country was divided into two governments, Prague became the capital of the Czech Republic. One of Europe's best cultural scenes is found in Prague. Theaters, museums, and art galleries abound in the city. Kafka fans get access to both his house and the graveyard. The Fred and Ginger Dancing House and the Giant Metronome are two attractions for fans of modern art. Spring and fall shoulder seasons, mid-March to May and September to October, traveling to Prague in the shoulder seasons, basically, spring and early fall, can be highly recommended. Frequently, you'll receive the best of both worlds. With few tourists, cheap hotel prices, and affordable plane travel. And that wraps up our tour of the top 7 must-visit places in the Czech Republic. From the stunning architecture of Prague to the charming towns and natural beauty, there's so much to explore. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel adventures. Let us know which spot you're most excited to visit. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.